Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we will present Tasawuf in Kitab Ihya Ulumuddin. Next slide. Our group members, firstly Muhammad Hafizuddin bin Hamzah, next Rizwan Iskandar bin Ma'azmi, thirdly Muhammad Arif bin Abdul Halim, next Muhammad Aziz bin Muhammad Fadil, Muhammad Fauzan bin Muhammad Azhar, Wan Muhammad Ghassani bin Wan Ghani, Taufik Mustaqim bin Jeffrey, Ashik Zarif Nukman bin Muhammad Nawab, Muhammad Hafizuddin bin Muhammad Bakri, and lastly, Muhammad Haziq bin Hamidan.
Okay, so first we go to the definition of morals. The meaning of morals, according to language, is character, behavior, and ethics. Morals can be identified with manners and behavior. Morals is the plural form of al-khuluq, which means the strength of the soul. In the Islamic religion, teach moral provisions that are commendable to their faith, both in worshipping Allah and in their relationship with fellow creatures. Next, morality can be obtained by training one's inner eye and spirit towards good things. And last, Islamic morality is directing, guiding, encouraging, building human civilization, and treating social elements of the soul and mentality. So we go to the next presenter.
So we go to the religious values and personal values. So first, al-akhlak al-diniyah or religious values. Religious values are morals related to the obligation of servant to his Lord. This includes belief in God, his messenger, his angel, his books, qada and qadar, and belief in the last day. Confession, prayer, zakat, fasting, and hajj. Second, obey God absolutely, which means carrying out all his commands and avoiding all his prohibitions and fearing God. And third, thinking about his verse. Fourth, grateful for his favors. And five, trust in him or trust in Allah. So second, al-akhlaq al-fardiyah, or we can call personal values. First, purity of soul. And second, straight in the path of God. And third, master the patience. And fourth, maintaining appetite and sex in by fasting and not meeting our halal partner at certain times, such as menstruation. And fifth, resisting anger means forgiving other people mistake. So we go to the next presenter.
Now, I continue my part, which is family values. Number one is be respectful to the parents. Islam teach us to be kind to our parents, and Allah said in Quran, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم واعبدوا الله ولا تشركوا به شيئا وبالوالدين إحسانا صدق الله العظيم. Serve Allah. The meaning is serve Allah and join not any partner with Him, and do good to parents. So we need to respect them even they are not the good people. Secondly is take care of the life of children. What does it mean to show care in this context? The meaning is, as a parent, we need to teach the children about good akhlak, to be kind people when they are growing up. So we must to teach them when they are still young, like 1 year or 2 years like that. So easy for them to practice it from a very young until they grow up. Thirdly, do discussion together to solve the problem. When they have even one problem, Cooperation is need to solve the problem. Don't keep the problem as a secret because it will become a bigger problem. So do a discussion even feel shy, afraid or others and try to cope the problem. Just ignore about the feeling because we all want the happiness family. Next, next is social values. The number one is help the others. Helping is the one of important thing in the responsibility of social. This is because all of us are not strong and have some weakness. At the same time, humans are made to know and help each others. So we will be more stronger and can handle problems easily. Secondly, harmonies two people who are in conflict. Fighting is not Fighting is not need in society. This is because we can have a discussion. So just do a discussion and avoid fighting. Fighting can give bad impact. For example, like this, always not safe and afraid and others. So avoid fighting and do a discussion when got a problem. So we can live in happiness. We can live in happy and safe. And lastly, invite to good thing and avoid from bad act. Allah said in Quran, وَلْتَكُنْ مِنْكُمْ أُمَّةٌ يَدْعُونَ إِلَى الْخَيْرِ وَيَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ وَأُولَئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ. The meaning is, let there arise out of you a band of people inviting to all that is good, and joining what is right and forbidding what is wrong. They are the one of attain felicity. So, based on the Dalil Quran, we need to invite people to do the good things and avoid bad act. Then we will have a good society and our country will keep going ahead. So we move to next presenter.
Next, the value of statehood and good and bad deeds. Al-Ahlak al-Dawliyah, state values. First, the relationship between the head of state and the people, which includes. Next, obligation of the head of state, which include. Next, discuss with the people. Sign the final decision in accordance with the principle of justice. Maintain peace, take care of people property, and collecting zakat. Good or bad deeds that a person does without having anything to do with his character or character are only worth doing. Once upon a time, a person with bad morals, without awareness of the meaning of good and bad, did an act of good value. Similarly, a person who is actually of good character, one day without realizing the meaning of badness, do something of bad value. The good deeds and bad deeds of the two people are only valuable as deeds, but not meaningful as good or evil. Seen from a religious point of view, the act does not bring reward and sin. We go to the next presenter.
Next, I will
So
present
next, criteria or concept about good and bad. Good and bad are two terms that are widely used to define an act done by a person. And how is Islam view of good and bad following matters related to both? Here are people who have a complete understanding of good and bad. He can explain smoothly the aspect and criteria related to good and or bad. But that understanding did not lead him to concrete action. His notion of good or evil stop at concept, while the action he performs are not all inspired by his notion of good and bad. This type of person is usually found in an evil intellect or a genius criminal. Next.
Next, I will present about introduction to good and bad. Knowledge is a cognitive aspect, while recognition has touched the effective aspect. A person knowledge of something does not necessarily motivate behavior that support his knowledge. A person who has a lot of knowledge about the values of goodness may be able to become a lecturer in ethics or write a book on ethics. But it is not certain that his actions are in accordance with the knowledge he is teaching and writing. But people who already know the values of goodness, they not only know but feel the meanings of a good deed. We will move to next presenter. Next presenter.
So now I will present the tendency of the soul to be good and bad. A person at this level, his knowledge and identification with good and or bad has become a part of his soul. So if he is a good person, then doing good is already spontaneity without thinking about the profit and loss and the risk. Good people at this level are allergic to actions. Bad, on the other hand, bad people at this level are also allergic to good deeds. At this level, a person is considered already moral, good morals or bad morals. Because of good values or ugliness has colored his inner state. The state of his soul, those are the moral values that Islam teach. So beautiful is the guidance and will lead us to the right path when we practice it. Next.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I would like to present to you about Akhlak Karimah. Akhlak Karimah divided into three different categories. The first one is Akhlak towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The meaning is Akhlak towards Allah is acknowledgement that there is no God but Allah. Next, we must do what Allah said and never do the thing that made Allah angry. The second one is Akhlak towards ourselves. The meaning is good akhlak toward ourselves can be interpreted as respect, love, and take care of yourself as well as possible. You must never commit sin because you are the servant of Allah. The last one is akhlak towards fellow human being. Humans are social beings who functional and optimal continuation of existence depends a lot on other people. Because of that, we need to cooperate and help each other. Islam very encourage its followers to do a good manners towards other people, no matter who they are.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I will present about of al-mazmumah. Al-mazmumah morality or reprehensible morality is as opposed to or the opposite of good morals, as mentioned above. In Islamic teachings, still discussed in detail with the aim of being able to understand correctly and can know the ways to avoid it. Based on the teachings of Islam, there are various kinds of morals that are found reprehensible. Among them, first, lying. It is giving or conveying information that is not in accordance with that actually. Second, arrogant. It is feeling or claiming to be big, high, noble, and above the rest. Third, envy. It is a feeling or attitude of displeasure over the enjoyment that others get. And lastly, it is difficult for him to reduce a part of what he owns or to other people. That's all for me.
Assalamualaikum. So I will conclude. What we can conclude. uh, what can we conclude that morality is the main things that needs to be applied in ourselves. As we know, morality is focused on ourselves and the people around us. We need to do nice with other people. That we need to do nice with other people. That what Rasulullah taught us. Be kind to everyone. Good morality will have a positive effect on everyone, including the prosperity of a country. We will be distanced from the nature of racism, and the society will live in harmony. So that's all from us. Thank you.